Hey guys, guess what? I'm not dead!
Y'all ready for this?
Hey everybody, my name is Jake Fantasy and welcome to Q&A 11. Now I can hear all of you right now from where I live. Jake, where have you been? You haven't uploaded in a month! That's because I've been dealing with a lot of personal issues and my lack of motivation. But don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to pick myself up. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into what you guys really came for. Me answering your questions. In 3, 2, 1.
Samaya Holmes 2208 asked, "Are you excited for the second Mario movie?"
Yes, I am, and I'm super ticked off that I have to wait for like a year for that to happen.
The Batboy Real asked, "What was it like fulfilling your dream of meeting Charles Martinet?"
It was one of the most exciting experiences I've ever had in my life. And actually, as a matter of fact, I have his autograph somewhere. Let me just get it real quick. So here's the signature I had Charles Martinet sign. It's... I have no words. It's just... This is one of the most crazy... Man, I'm stuttering. It's one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. There, that's what I was trying to say.
Guardian Productions asked, "What is your favorite car?"
I answered that same question once in a previous Q&A, and I said that my favorite was a Lamborghini. But the funny thing is that Lamborghinis are illegal in the state that I live in.
Guest 666 RBLX TV asked, "What is your honest opinion on the new Snow White movie?"
What are you going to do with that stick? Oh, there's lots of things you can do with this stick, Elmo.
SH1TV SonicHack1.org asked, "What do you think if there is someone who can protect kids from brain rot?"
There is, and that's responsible parents.
I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Would you create a small fan-made mini video where Jigsaw takes control of Tari's arm and uses it as infinite energy? What?
I don't know, Meggy. Your guess is as good as mine.
HDRH08 official asked, "Of all the plushies in your collection, which one is your favorite?"
Of all the plushies in my collection, my Meggy plushie is my most prized possession.
Jake, what are you
She
doing?
absolutely
Why are you
means the
holding me?
world to me. Like, I got her for Christmas in like 2020, and
Guys, this feels very
it was probably
uncomfortable.
one of the best Christmas presents I've ever gotten. I mean, come on,
Guys,
look
help
at
me.
this.
I'm
How
being
can you not
strangled
love
right
this
now.
little bean?
Cyan Hugh 5 asked, "What's your predictions on the new Nintendo Switch 2?
Well, considering that the Nintendo Direct was released yesterday, I can confidently say that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to give the normal Switch a run for its money.
Kirby213 asked, is SMG Meggy and SMG Junior in danger?"
I hope not.
Seth's World HQ asked, "Who were some of your favorite cosplayers at that convention you went to?"
If you're talking about that convention where I met Charles Martinet at, I didn't meet a lot of cosplayers. Well, actually, that's a lie. I did meet a handful of cosplayers. Most of them were like Mario cosplayers. And there was one cosplayer that was dressed up as Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus. And I offered said person a little Pomni Lego minifigure, and she absolutely loved it.
SMGP1314 asked, "What is your favorite dessert to eat?"
My favorite dessert is honestly ice cream because I can't eat cakes and pies because I'm allergic to eggs. Well, actually, I can eat stuff that has eggs in it. It just tears up my stomach for like a whole day and stuff. It hurts.
HNGJH Chin 861 asked, "What's your opinion on Mufasa the Lion King?"
When I first watched Mufasa the Lion King on Disney Plus, I can say that it's not as bad as many people make it out to be. Now everybody put down your torches and pitchforks. I'm still saying that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is still the better movie between the two. Man, I ran out of breath saying that.
SMG Megan Spletzer asked, "Do you prefer DC or Marvel, and what is your reason for your choice?" Hey, SMG Meggy, it's been a while.
Personally, I love both DC and Marvel. I just think that they both cater for different audiences. Like, for example, while DC is a lot more dark and mature with their superheroes, Marvel takes a bit of a more lighthearted and comedic tone. At least that's the case for the MCU.
Trial Lynn Rice CJ7FS asked, what is your favorite part of the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
Peaches.
The Real Revenge Guac asked, what is your opinion on Shadow the Hedgehog?
You mean Shadow the Hedgehog? But seriously though, ever since I first watched Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I've been a big fan of Shadow ever since.
Orically OSC asked, how do you animate and make music?
For 2D animation, I use Flip-A-Clip, and for music, I use both GarageBand and BandLab.
Nicolandis6630 asked, how do you feel about analog horror such as the Walten Files?
I do like analog horror, but it's not really my cup of tea. But I do know an expert. Hey sis, get in here!
What's up?
Wait, have you been here this whole time? Anyway, this guy here asked me something about analog horror, and it's not really my strong point, so I was wondering if you could help me elaborate on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love analog horror. It is one of my favorite subgenres here on YouTube. And that's what's so cool about it. It is completely free to watch here, made by content creators on the platform. My personal favorite is the Walten Files, as mentioned in this comment.
Yeah.
Really good taste, by the way. It's so good. Mob Games, the creators of Poppy Playtime, actually made their own analog horror as well to promote, I believe it was Chapter 3.
Yeah.
When they were really trying to make it lean more into horror at the time. Those are on their channel as well. Super creepy, really good videos if you're into that game. And the Backrooms, that is more so a game now than it was, but it started as analog horror. And it's very creative. It's amazing to see what just content creators, like concepts that people have come up with. It's really interesting. And I highly suggest checking these people out for yourselves. They're watching the channels and giving them all the support because they worked really hard on it. And these are some of the channels who have created this type of analog horror. I highly suggest you go check them out. They are super cool. I'm gonna go back to standing in your corner now.
Yeah, go away.
TGM1335 asked, what kind of genre of movie/TV shows do you like?
Well, for the most part, it actually kind of depends on my mood, but for the most part, I actually like any kind of genre.
Darius Buckner M3D asked, what's your favorite movie?
Do I even need to say it?
Constantine Davidson 5635 asked, how strong or fast is Slushy?
I'd say Slushy is in the middle when it comes to both strength and speed, but her main weapon of choice is like 2 dual-wielded pistol laser guns.
Elite Draft 947 asked, what is your overview on the new Minecraft movie?
Even though I was a bit perplexed by the first few trailers I've seen, I personally want to give the Minecraft movie a chance.
Inkling Meggy Forever 26 asked, is there any GameCube/Wii games that you would like to be ported onto Switch or Switch 2?
Personally, I would love to have The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess to be ported onto Switch because I've never played it before and it looks like such a bunch of fun.
Aziz Manzer 4723 asked, what is your favorite fighting game?
Again, do I really have to say it?
Jacob Brown 9341 asked, what are your powers?
I was born with a magical power called Slice and Dice, which allows me to summon swords at will. And with said swords, I can transform myself into my spirit animal, which is some kind of bird.
Chrisomatic Chaotix asked, what do you think Nintendo will do to celebrate Mario's 40th anniversary?
I don't know. Maybe we'll get a Nintendo Switch port of Super Mario Galaxy 2.
KN6OPR1982 asked, if you were a TV presenter, what show would you want to create?
That's a good question. I think I would make my own video game inspired sitcom.
Exerted the Bird 6745 asked, when will AI take over the world?
I really hope it doesn't happen ever, because AI has a terrible track record for being absolutely horrible.
Sabina the Anomaly asked, what inspired your YouTube channel?
My inspiration was honestly my overall passion to make videos in the first place.
Ethan the Human Hedgehog asked, is Jester almost similar to Bill Cipher?
Actually, yes, he was inspired by Bill Cipher. In fact, I actually had Bill Cipher in mind when I created him. I mean, look at this thing. I made this kinda out of scratch. See, the body part is actually just the headpiece of a Vortex football kind of thing. Then I got some scissors and cut some horns out of like this plastic paper to make his horns, and his arms are just a red phone cord. His hands are like little Mr. Potato hands, and lastly, his eyes are pretty much just animated in post. See, like, that's how I pretty much make Jester. It's awesome.
Jumpmaster Pro 9 asked, do you like Eminem? And if you do, what is your favorite song from him?
Nailed it!
SBSMJ asked, what do you think about Glitch's new show, The Gaslight District?
Look, I don't know about you guys, but the Gaslight District legit looks like something out of a Tim Burton film. And to be completely honest, these days, I've just lost my faith in Glitch Productions as a whole. So, my overall opinion of it is...
Puppet Studios Animations asked, how did you feel about Pixar when they announced Toy Story 5?
You don't have a friend in me anymore, I'm leaving.
RBF Wolf asked, if you had a new model in Gmod, what would you do?
I don't know, but I've always wanted to have one for the longest time now.
Jared Jones 8841 asked, if you could add any Mario or Nintendo character into the next Mario Kart, who would it be and why?
I would love to add Kirby in Mario Kart because I would love to see how he would drive with his little stubby hands.
Crazy Ruler 1581 asked, if you had the money to go to a country that you've never been before, which country would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would probably have to pick, well, actually, it would be a tie between Paris and Japan. Man, I really wish I could go to Japan.
Super Mario Plush YT asked, when is Mario and Meggy the movie coming out?
I honestly don't know. I know I've promised the movie many times before in the past, but currently I just have a lot of more important things that I have to deal with, so it wouldn't hurt to wait for just a little while longer.
Tahi Gamer 20 asked, what are you going to plan now that you reached 7,000 subscribers?
This video is to celebrate 7,000 subscribers. Wait, you didn't get the memo?
Krailer220 asked, what is the best 2017 animated movie in your opinion?
My favorite movie from 2017 is a tie between the Captain Underpants movie and the Lego Batman movie.
SMG Junior 174 asked, how did you react to the new Nintendo Switch 2?
Again, I feel like that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to give the normal Switch a run for its money.
Sonic Silly Plush asked, in Sonic Movie 3, what's your reaction to the post-credit scene?
Okay, to all of you who haven't seen the movie yet, please click on this timestamp so you can avoid any spoilers. When me and my sister went to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in theaters, when we saw Amy, oh my gosh, we went crazy. We were like shaking each other, we were like standing up and jumping, it was so crazy.
Wrath Slayer asked, who are your candidates for the voice of Amy in Sonic 4?
I don't know. I kind of picture Anna Kendrick to voice Amy, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see until the movie actually comes out, or at least any trailers. Yeah.
The Pizza Guy 6969 asked, did you hear that Playboy Cardi finally dropped after 5 years?
No.
The Real George Penske Present asked, are you excited for Sonic Movie 4?
This is a very similar question to the one I answered at the beginning of this video. But yeah, I'm excited about Sonic Movie 4. I'm just so ticked off that we have to wait until 2027 for it to happen.
SMT Taylor asked, what do you think about Kingdom Hearts?
Personally, I love Kingdom Hearts. I've been a fan since they added Sora into Smash.
Atrocious Boy asked, if one of your characters were the 7 heavenly virtues, which character would each of them be?
Ooh, that question is similar to another question I once had in the previous Q&A. Well, let's take my character Jake for example. If he were one of the 7 heavenly virtues, let's just say he would be gratitude.
Lil Brian Howard 578 asked, will Mario and Meggy end with Season 5 or will it end with the movie?
You see, it's always been my intention from the very beginning to have the show end on a 5th season. Now, for the movie's case, maybe it can be like a different continuity.
Christian 7803 asked, what is your favorite pure evil and near pure evil villain?
I don't exactly know what category you're going for, but I would honestly have to choose Anti-7.
Austin the Great 21 asked, what is your opinion on heavy metal or hard rock music?
Personally, I actually do like rock and roll and sometimes heavy metal, because I actually associate it with Anti-7 a lot, and if you're wondering, my favorite rock band would probably have to be Skillet.
Seamless Shelf 35 asked, what are your thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
I love Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's my favorite movie in the series so far.
Mr. Frown Official asked, is there new content that you plan on making or is there something already in development?
There is something in development, but I can't spoil anything.
And last but not least, Mandy's Melody asked, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
You see, I was born with autism, so I don't really do well when it comes to social interaction. So, to answer your question, I'm mainly an introvert. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos. Whenever I get the chance to upload them, that is. Thank you guys once again for 7,000 subscribers. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time.